Hi, I'm Jeff Abbott with Global Scaling Academy, and this is...
Chris Ye, the co-author of the upcoming book Blitzscaling, due out on October 9th.
We are excited to welcome you to the Blitzscaling Accelerator. We're delighted to be partnering with 3SLP and its constituent partners, the Starters Hub, Star Camp, and Startup Bootcamp, for the
First world premiere Blitzscaling Accelerator.
This is really exciting because although some of you may have seen Blitzscaling videos or watched some of Chris's courses at Stanford, this is actually different. How is it different, Chris?
Well, this particular course is specifically focused on practical advice for the entrepreneur who's in the heat of the moment. So we really go into nitty-gritty detail and help you figure out how you're going to get your company to grow faster and how you're going to manage that growth.
So the book that Chris and Reid Hoffman have written is to be published in October, and even prior to its availability, we've translated it into a framework and broken that down into the 12 modules that we'll be working through this summer. Some of those modules include some of the growth factors that are important for you to incorporate into your startup. What are those?
Well, if you think about the growth factors, the key things you need are an enormous market. Very important to remember that the market may not necessarily be what people are currently spending, but what people will spend in the future. Distribution. Doesn't matter how great your product is if you can't get it in front of people. Network effects. Network effects are the reason why we have winner take most and winner take all markets, and the reason why blitzscaling is so important. We're also going to look at things like gross margin. Guess what? Finance actually matters. So your ability to deliver a high gross margin product is a key part of your ability to blitzscale. On the growth limiter side, it's really important that you do manage to develop product market fit. Doesn't matter how good a distribution you have if people who use your product don't ultimately love it. And finally, operational scalability. This is one of the biggest challenges for entrepreneurs, especially first-time entrepreneurs. As you achieve the success that you've always wanted, and your company grows, and you're tripling in staff every year, how do you manage to make sure your company can continue to keep up with that growth? So these modules dive into the practical details that are required to help you manage the growth from garage to global giant.
And one of the hallmarks of the program that we've really taken great pains to design in is the flexibility to work with each of you individually. So you'll all be going through a standard set of modules and being exposed to content and advice from guest experts that we'll bring in from different functional areas of discipline from some of the leading startups in Silicon Valley. But within this, we recognize that each of you is facing unique challenges and unique opportunities. And so we've got the flexibility built right into the program to work with you individually on identifying your specific challenges and moving right into action learning solutions that get you applying these methodologies almost immediately. What are some of the ways that we'll bring action learning and application into the program, Chris?
Well, one of the things you heard is I just described the growth factors and growth limiters. Now, the real art in the science of this is to be able to figure out how you can optimize those growth factors and how you can minimize those growth limiters. And in the action learning segments, we'll actually work collaboratively together with your fellow cohort mates and with outside experts to refine your particular business model to maximize your ability to grow.
Fantastic. So we're looking forward to welcoming you this May in Silicon Valley. We're sure that the program that the 3SLP partners have put together will be a very valuable and transformative experience, and we're excited to be a part of it.
Fantastic, and I'm looking forward to meeting you.
Thank you all.